Welcome back. I have already shown how this program draws the body of the sailboat. Now let's continue with the sail of that sailboat. So this F1 function will draw actually this part from here to here, this upper part of the sail with the mast. So here is the code, and let me explain it. So the function is f1 because it's actually the first that will be printed. So the function is f1, and it will take as an argument n and some variables k, c, and d. We will send to k n minus 1 divided by 2 because this is the maximal number of our stars. Then we to check that to have a constant to keep the unchangeable of the number k, we assign it to c, and we have d assigned to k plus 1 because it will be useful later. We will see that. So we have a function star1 k, and which will take as an argument k and d, and we have a function which takes as an argument k, d, and e. This function will do the following. It will it will return empty spaces and spaces. So it takes as an argument k, then it does k minus 1 until k is smaller than or equals to 0. In this case, if we have n as 11, our k will be 5, and it will return for the first row. It will return 5 spaces, and as our termination point comes when k is smaller than or equal to 0, we have d which equals to 6 in this case. Not 6, but as a matter of fact 5. So we have 5, and if e, our 5, is greater than 6, which is not true here, this will return an empty string. So this the termination point here is not. By the way, I forgot to say, if in the termination point we create a function that will draw these stars at the end. So if for termination for these stars we use here, if e is greater than c, it will return empty string, and we assign to the variable sp the star plus this function e plus 1. As a matter of fact, e will be for the first row. This e plus 1 will be greater than c, and it will just return 1 star because here we have 5, and 5 plus 1 is 6, and 6 is 5, and 5 plus 1 is 6, and 6 is greater than 5, and that's why it will just have 1 star. So as we understood why it is 5 spaces and 1 star at the end, and now let's we have here 5 rows. So we call a new function which is called p, and it will just draw these rows with changed arguments. So this it will take as arguments k and d. It will so as k is, for example, in this case 5, it will just draw 5 lines. That's why it is k. it is k, and our termination point is when k is smaller than equal to 0, and it will return an empty string, and it throws to the console fk d minus 1. D minus 1 because just d minus 1 just for convenience. Then because okay, it draws okay, draws this spaces and stars. Then we do pk minus 1 and d minus 1 because as we can see here, as number of spaces decreases, the number of stars increases, and why increases? Because when d minus 1 decreases, the concatenating will be more. So let me show this for a certain number, the number 11. Okay, we have 11. It comes to this function, f1. It 1 minute. Yeah. It comes to this function. We have k5, we have c5, we have d6, and then it comes to this function. We have as the arguments for p5 and as an argument d6. 5 is not equal to 0, so it works. So if it draws to the console, f5 and f5 5. So it comes here and takes as an argument 5 5. It assigned to e5. 5 is not. No. It comes to here. It 5 and it prints 5 spaces here. And then at the end, when k is smaller than equal to 0. And by the way, why did I assigned k to c? Because here we have k, when it comes to here, k is 0. So we need the original value of k. So we assign to e the number d, which is 5, and it comes here. 5 is not greater than 5, so we have only 1 star, and the next one it will just go out, and then we do print k minus 1 d minus 1, and here we have 4. So it will print 4 here. It will print 4 spaces like here. But in the termination case, d is d minus 1. D minus 1 is also 4. Then if it will assign to e4. 4, yes, and it will print 1 star plus 1 star, and it will return an empty string. So it will have for the second row 2 stars, and so on. As we can see, the number of spaces will decrease by this algorithm, and the number of stars will increase, and this function f1 should return no, 1 minute. Our star 1 should return, yeah, it should return the function p, which actually prints this all these spaces and stars, and our function f1 should return star 1 key KMD, the value. So I will continue in the next video for